Welcome to the Winning Fourcast, where the Gelding and I will give you our 4 best bets for the Randwick race meeting tomorrow. Gelding, we're staying in New South Wales.
Good afternoon, Professor. Good afternoon, listeners. Yes, a little bit of success last week, a 50% win rate and place rate, and we're just a little bit stiff on the other ones, Professor. Otherwise, we could have got our place parlay up, which would have been nice.
Yeah, we weren't out by very much in either race, were we?
No, we're a bit stiff, but for our listeners, another profitable day on the punt for them.
Yeah, it was, Gelding. A little bit stiff on the Professor's parlay, but we'll get to that a little bit later in the program. It's a 10-race card at Randwick tomorrow, the first at 11 a.m, the last at 4:25 p.m. Gelding, you're doing the bets tomorrow, so you'll be pleased to know that I'm not betting in the first 2 races.
You're in the PM, not the AM.
I'm in the PM, Gelding.
I was geared up. I've got half the TAB tickets marked for race 1, Professor, at 11 o'clock.
You'll have to remark them, Gelding. The feature race is race 9, the Civic Stakes. It's a listed race for 3-year-old horses and above, over 1,400 metres, worth of $200,000. The track's a soft 6, but it's going to be fine, Gelding, so that might be upgraded during the day.
Yes, Randwick, a very good track. So hopefully with good weather around, we might be on a slow 5, the worst side of a good 4, closer to a soft 5. Yeah, I've been working on a soft 5, Professor.
Yeah, Gelding, the rail, an interesting one. It's out 6 metres from the 1,000-metre mark to the winning post, but it's out 5 metres for the rest of the track. Unusual that you get those different fixtures.
Very strange. Why wouldn't you just put the whole thing out 6 metres?
Stop asking logical questions.
I don't know, Professor. There must be a reason behind it, but I would have thought we'd say, right, it's out 6 metres.
Well, one thing I can say, Gelding, racing clubs.
Yes, very good answer, Professor.
All right, Gelding, what are your 2 best bets for Randwick tomorrow?
Well, Professor, I was expecting you to go early in the card, so I looked late at the card. So my 2 tips are in the last 2 races, Professor. Race 9 and race 10. So hopefully by then we'll know any deviations in the pattern of racing and whether some horses, whether it's a slow or whether it's a close to a good. So we'll have some idea by then. But the 2 horses I picked have both got some wet track form, Professor, so I'm hoping that they can get their toe into the track tomorrow. My first one is race 9, horse 12, Midnight Dynamite. This horse is trained by Bjorn Baker, who of course is over in Royal Ascot at the moment with his horse Overpass, which ran 3rd on the first night and ran very well. But this one, he's got Jason Collett aboard. The horse has been in pretty good form, Professor. It's had 19 starts for 7 wins, 4 seconds and 2 thirds. So that's 16 out of its 19 race starts. It's been in the top 3, but that's a fantastic strike rate, 7 out of 19. It comes off a second last start, Professor. Before that, this campaign, it won its first 2 and a second. So this form has been in pretty good form. It's a pretty open race, Professor, with good horses such as Elias, Bazasto, Waterford, Cool Jakey and Greenfly and Windchat also involved, Professor. But look, you're getting the nice odds around about $3.50 at the moment, hoping it might just drift out a little bit. Down in the weight, 54, with no McDonald and no Zach Lloyd, with Collett aboard, you're not losing anything with the jockey. So I certainly do like the first tip, Midnight Dynamite, especially on an each-way basis, Professor. Think it should go well. Then I'll go to race 10, number 1, Glorious Moments, to be ridden by Chad Caulfield. Top weight of 60.5 kilos by kind of some unknown trainers, J&G Lee. It's a 4-year-old gelding by Brutal. It's had 6 starts for only 3 wins, Professor, out of those 6 starts. So, no placing. So we've got a horse that's up there firing. It's 50% win rate, 50% place rate, Professor. I certainly like that. And as we said, the last start, it ran 6. It was only beaten a length and a half. Before that, it won first up. So we might give it up the second up syndrome, let that one pass, and happy to be on it tomorrow. And especially, Professor, will be getting the lovely each way odds around about $5 or just slightly under. So my 2 tips are race 9, number 12, Midnight Dynamite, into one that I particularly like, race 10, number 1, Glorious Moments. Now, you like, Professor?
Yeah, Gelding, just before I get on to what I like for tomorrow, you're mentioning Jim and Greg Lee, trainers that we don't often talk about on this program. they've got a 14% win rate for this season so far. Greg Lee, he used to go to McKinnon High. I don't think it's the same Greg Lee, though.
Excuse me, Professor, don't make me laugh. Yes, there was a Greg Lee at McKinnon High School, but they have been around for a long, long time. Don't have a lot of horses out there at Randwick, but are roundabout there. So when they get a good one, they know what to do with it.
Exactly right, Gelding. All right, my two for tomorrow. The first selection's in race 3, the Schweppes Handicap. A benchmark 72 for 3 and 4-year-old horses over 1,600 metres. In this one, Gelding, I like horse number 5, Bird Whistle, coming out of barrier 3. I like the barrier draw in this one. Had 9 starts for 2 wins and 2 placings, so a 22% win rate, 44% place rate. Now, it's back in class tomorrow, Gelding, and you'd think it's got a poor win-loss record, which it has, but I did a little bit of homework. It's run in 5 Group 3 races, but in the 4 races that it's been competing in that aren't Group 3 races, it's won or placed. So it's got a 100% win and place rate in races that aren't Group 3 races. So I do like that for tomorrow's.
Professor, I like it especially with Karen McAvoy aboard, and as you rightly pointed out there, this is a benchmark 72 race, so there's a bit of a stretch till you get to a Group 3.
It certainly is, Gelding. It's won over the distance. I like that, and it was the last start second at this course, over the same distance on a soft track. So that ticked a couple of more boxes for me. As you mentioned, Gelding, Kieran McAvoy in the saddle, he's got a 13% career win rate, and the trainers are Brett and Georgie Kavanagh, and they've got an 18% career and season win rate at the moment. So they're doing very well. And I do like the odds on this one, Gelding, $5.50 and $2 for each way punters.
Professor, nice tip.
My second selection, Gelding's in race 5, the B&S Guttering Handicap. A benchmark 78 for fillies and mares for 3-year-olds and above over 1,800 metres. I like in this one, horse number 3, Shangri-La Impact, coming out of barrier 2. Had the 9 starts for 4 wins and 3 placings, so a 44% win rate, 78% place weight. It's an equal company, this race, Gelding. I think it's a forgive run for the last one. It ran on a heavy 9 at Rose Hill, so I think we can probably discard that result. Previously trained by Gay Waterhouse before they changed trainers, Gelding. It ran in a Group 1, the Queensland Oaks, back in June 2025 when it was raced by Gay. So Gay obviously saw something in this horse.
Obviously. So, yeah, and very good jockey aboard, Professor.
Yeah, Gelding. Nashra Willer got an 18% career win rate, and Tom Charlton, he's training, 12% career win rate. The horse has won over the distance, Gelding. Got a good barrier draw and currently showing $3.80 and $1.50.
Yeah, I like him, Professor.
All right, Gelding, my two for tomorrow. Race 3, horse 5, Bird Whistle, and race 5, horse 3, Shangri-La Impact. Now, the Vexed Professor's Parlay. Excellent tipping with the bet of the day, Gelding. The Budgie Smuggler saluted.
The Omen bet?
Yeah, the Budgie Smuggler, Gelding. And we parlayed that into Brisbane to beat Richmond, and Brisbane did the right thing. And then we parlayed that into the New Zealand Warriors to beat the Cronulla Sharks. The New Zealand Warriors playing at home on a cold, wet evening, Gelding, and they couldn't get up. Oh, they look terrible.
Where are they sitting on the ladder, Professor?
They're sitting second, Gelding.
At home?
Yes.
Cronulla's got to come from Sydney to New Zealand.
Yes.
To play on a wet night over in New Zealand.
Yes.
So they've got the right conditions for themselves. They're at home. They're sitting second on the ladder. Cronulla will be having a good trip away, Professor. Did they back themselves?
I don't know, Gelding, but they'd be very happy that they got away with that one. The Professor's Parlay currently showing 10 of 23, so we're still at 43%, Gelding. We're still hanging in there. Haven't given up on getting to 50%.
Well, Professor, we would have almost been there if the Warriors had helped us. Nothing wrong with the tipping. We're expecting a little bit more.
Yeah, we were, Gelding. We definitely were. All right, this week's Professor's Parlay. Let's go for race 10, horse number 1, Glorious Moments, for all the reasons that you mentioned in your summary earlier on, Gelding. And we'll parlay that into now. I'm looking at the Richmond North Melbourne match on Sunday at the MCG, Gelding, but fun fact, Richmond have lost the last 9 day matches they've played at the MCG.
Yes, I've seen a couple. Been there for a couple of them, Professor.
Yeah, Gelding, so...
The Tigers need to lift a little bit, Professor.
Yes, it will, Gelding, but I'm steering away from the match result and preferring the exotics for this one. Let's go for number 14 for Richmond, Tim Taranto, to get 20 or more disposals. His last 5, Gelding, 28, 14, 30, 24, 29. So he's only missed once. He usually racks up the possession, so I think getting him at 20 or more, I think that's a pretty good bet for Sunday.
Yes, I like it, Professor.
And we'll parlay that into number 3 for the Kangaroos, Harry Sheasel. He's a possession machine, Gelding. We're going for him to get 25 or more disposals. His last 5, 31, 24, 32, 27 and 33. So he's missed once and only by 1. So I think that's a good bet as well.
Yeah, I like it, Professor. We're a good chance to get our place parlay and the Professor's parlay up tomorrow.
Well, fingers crossed for that, Gelding. So the Professor's parlay for this weekend, race 10, horse number 1 at Randwick, Glorious Moments, into Tim Taranto from the Richmond Football Club to get 20 or more disposals, into Harry Sheasel from the North Melbourne Football Club to get 25 or more disposals. Now, Gelding, before we go, a bit of a soapbox. There was a big announcement about the 2026 Caulfield Cup during the week.
Yes, Professor. Would you believe it's 150th running of the Caulfield Cup? This is regarded as one of the majors in Australian racing. When jockeys look back, they say, have you won the Golden Slipper? Have you won the Caulfield Cup? Have you won the Cox Plate? Have you won the Melbourne Cup? That's the regard it's previously been held with. You would have thought we would have been bombarded with information and celebrations of having 150 years of the Caulfield Cup at Caulfield. But response has been limited. Would that be the best you could say it has been, Professor?
I'd say ordinary, Gelding. Or very ordinary.
Okay. Tend to agree, Professor, but I wanted to not to be seen as bagging the Melbourne Racing Club as much. What was the news about this time?
Yes, Gelding, the prize money's been raised by $1 million to a total of $6 million. First placing now $3.3 million. All runners will now get prize money, which is something that hasn't happened for the previous 149 years, Gelding.
Yeah, well, they used to pay down to 10, Professor.
Well, now they're paying everybody. And another thing, it remains the world's richest 2,400 metre handicap race for horses.
Yep. And our prize money is just, compared to worldwide, it is fantastic.
Perhaps the Winning Fourcast will get an invite to the 150th Caulfield Cup, Gelding.
Oh, we can always hope we're on the free guest list in the committee room, Professor.
Exactly, Gelding. All right, Gelding, that's all from the Winning Fourcast for this week. So until next week, it's good luck.
And good punting.
Responsible gambling is paramount. For support, contact the Gambling Help online at 1800 858 858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.